My name is Isaac Lloyd. I'm a coach here at Nahunta, Georgia, the Brantley County Rec Department. I coach rec kids. I coach kids that are not really football oriented. They're more baseball or basketball, pretty much any sport that's not contact. A few years ago, I stumbled on the pistol wing tee, studied it, learned it. Pretty much bought any video that Coach Stewart had to offer, and really just dug deep, and then tried to see how I could turn it into something that my kids could use and build off of and develop through and stuff like that. I just got done talking about the adjusting pistol wing tee to 10-year-olds. We're about to transfer into the play calling side of that. All right, so here we go. Play calling. All right, like I said, my name's Isaac Lloyd. I'm from the Brantley County Rec Department here in Nahunta, Georgia. We are the 16th poorest county in the state. So we are a very rural area. I think we got one red light. Yeah, Nahunta's got one red light. Not a very big place. Pretty much non-existent in the football world. I think we went to the second round. Well, I'm not from here. I'm from a powerhouse school, thankfully. But I think a few years ago they went to the second round. The high school went to the second round, and that's about it. So football here is not as important as baseball and basketball is. Those are their two favorite sports. So when I moved here, I knew I wanted to bring some life to their program, especially their youth program, because it all starts there. So that's what I did. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking. All right. For this play, so many times when I just come in, when I started coaching youth football and stuff like that, I would literally call a play just to call a play. There was no sequence behind it. There was no mindset behind it. I would just, we can't call a play just to call a play. We have to be able to call plays based on us seeing a weakness in the defense. Okay, and this pistol wing tee allowed me to see that. It allowed me to understand that, because I can hit any place on the field at any given time. And it made us dangerous. It made us unpredictable. But our kids can only do so much. If we're out, we're beat by speed or we're beat by size. There's only so much we can do. But I can guarantee you, there's nowhere on that field we can't put the ball. It's not cockiness or something like that. It's confidence in my kids and their ability. So the first 5 plays of my playbook is always going to be the same 5 unless we played that team. If I've already played you, there's a lot of times we play the same team a couple times, and I hate that. But in our area, that's the best we can do. So if I've already played a team, then my next 5 plays are going to be different. But you're going to believe there's going to be a 5 or 6 power. There's going to be a power sweep. There's going to be a play action pass. Probably, I ain't going to say quarterback keep, but, a bootleg maybe, or a counter reverse. That's going to be the first 5 plays. And I'm about to show you that. Call to your strengths first. If you've never played this team, you don't know what they have, you don't know what they're about. Call to your strength. Our strength is the right side of the line first. We're going to run it over there. We're going to see if our kids better than their kids or not. And then we're going to go with it. All right. Take what the defense gives you. And we're about to go into that in just a second, if this thing will go forward. All right. Though we have a strong side, you have to be able to run to the weak side. You're going to be an easy gimmick if all you do is run to your big kids, your strong kids. You're going to be easy to tame. That's just the way it is. Don't be afraid to do the no play. If you got aggressive teams, and I'm about to show you one. I'm about to show you an aggressive team. The team that won state, they are a good, well-coached team. I'm telling you, them kids are something. So you got to humble them. You got to keep them tame. You need to identify quickly their strengths. Are they faster than you on the edge, or they just got a line that's beating your line to death? Or who their key players are. You need an assistant coach to be down on that field. I know most leagues do not allow electronics, but we don't worry about it during the regular season game until we get to the playoffs, and that's when it really matters. We have the cheap walkie-talkies with an earpiece. and he'll be down on the far end, and he'll be telling me, "Hey, Isaac, the weak side is over here or here. They got an opening here. They're over pursuing here. He's talking to me, and I'm looking what I'm looking, and he's looking where he's looking, and that's we're just talking. Um, and like I said, I think there, some leagues, around the US, they don't allow you to do that, but people do it. They got them Bluetooth earpieces and be talking on the phone and everything else. So people do it. But it just helps you kind of, identify those weaknesses that you need to know. All right. In play action passes, you need to pass the ball. I even 8U a couple years ago, I coached 3 years of 8U, 10U, and 12U, all three age groups all together because we didn't have enough coaches sign up to help. So I coached all three of them. We was slinging that ball in 8U. I promise you. We wasn't the best at it, but I guarantee you we got more passing yards and catches than any other county around our area, and we was slinging that puppy. But you got to be able to do that. Not great. I'm not saying every down, but when they're banging on that run, you have got to be able to catch them off guard, and you'll see it in a little bit. The old saying is rocking them to sleep, rock the defense to sleep, and then pound them. All right, this buddy that was talking about the play calling. This is the play was just blown dead, and this is what you see. I'm gonna play it twice just in case it's blurry. And it is running slow. I don't know why it's running slow. All right, at this point, they're looking at me now. They're looking. I'm giving the signal. My wing starts going across to the left side. So apparently I'm calling blue. And in a minute, we're going to break this same team down because it was hideous. I felt so bad about it. I felt so bad about this team. All right, just like that. That's how fast we was moving. Was it blurry for anybody? Can somebody put in the chat? Was it blurry? Do I need to replay it or was it clear? All good. Roger that. Appreciate it. So that's how the play is called. That's how quickly you can go when you got them wristbands and you got it that way. All right. So what do you do? And I've been caught in times like this. Lord knows we've all been caught in the moment. What do I do if nothing works? God. I mean, I've been hit a time or two. You have got to stick to what you know. All right. If you try to create something on the fly, them kids, their mind starts, well, I don't remember doing this in practice. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. They'll forget halfway running out back to the field. I've done it before. Lord knows I've tried to create plays on the fly, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't because the kids tend to forget things when they're not used to it. So stick to what you know. Now, don't be the guy that runs up the middle 25 times a game and gets stuffed every time. Don't be that coach. Please, I've never been that coach. I don't want you to be that coach. Please don't be that guy. All right, please don't be that guy. That is a miserable game to watch if you're running up the middle every play and getting stuffed. All right, don't be that man. I always say every defense has a weakness. We got to find it, and that's the truth of it all. You can put any defense on the board, and coaches like Coach Stewart and all of them gurus like that, they'll pick that beast apart and know exactly what to do. So though we're not at their level, we still have to be able to identify where our strengths are compared to their weaknesses and how do we exploit those weaknesses. All right. So you can only do that if you have an offense that allows you to attack everywhere on that field. This offense allows you. And that's why I love it so much. So we're going to get to it. So I'm going to get there. Make sure. Okay, yeah. If your offense is not capable of attacking everywhere the field with your skill level of kids, then it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to really keep the defense humble if you're not able to really get it out there like you're supposed to. All right. So are not supposed to, but to be wide variety range. All right. So weaknesses. This is the state champs right here. This is the state champs. I know they don't look like much because the white, I think, makes them look smaller, but I assure you, them kids are athletes. Look at where I put these little circular things right here. All right. This is their weaknesses based. Now it's the same thing on the other side, but I just couldn't put those little markers over there. This is their weaknesses. So truthfully, buck sweep my power sweep, 6 power, play action pass, something like that. All of that should have worked. All of that should have worked. Now, they did change their defense when they saw what we did and how well it worked. They actually changed their defense to match more of ours. So I actually helped them a little bit. But their safety way back here. So any pass behind the linebackers, I mean, all weaknesses. But our kids, for some reason, when they play against kids that are bigger than them, they don't play so well. They're scary. So it happens that way. The next one, the team that I just showed you. All right, look at what that. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 kids on the strong side. Our right side is our strong side. They felt like I guess we was going to run there all night. I don't really know. 9 kids on one side of the ball like that. I don't know who their coaches were. I feel bad for them and their kids. I don't know. I don't know what their plan was. They changed it after we scored twice. But anyway, so they got a gap the size of Florida over here, and then everything. I could have done a wide dump pass over here and probably got anything I wanted. So you can find weaknesses, but you need to have coaches to help you do that. All right. If you're not able to do this, y'all need to have code words. You need to be looking at him pointing, telling you something so that you're making the best call every time that you can make. Okay. That's where, teamwork makes dream work. All right. So how can you attack all the areas of the field? Okay. Pistol wing tee gives us a lot. For one, it gives us the series-based attacks. You got your veer, your midline, your option, your down, your belly, variety. Now, I don't call my plays that, but if you're a traditional guy, then, you would be more used to that terminology than mine. So series-based attacks, misdirection. That is the best, in the youth world, misdirection is something. It's something. And I think I showed that on my last video. If I'm not badly mistaken, I got to show the misdirection based on that. Blocking schemes for smaller kids. We don't always have size. I looked up and had a couple kids that was big this year. That was very rare. Very rare. We normally have small, slender kids. Multiple formations and motions, that always gets somebody's goat with the jet sweeps and stuff like that. And if you don't have athletes with elite speed, we do not. I make a joke, and I'm not racist by no means, but we have white boy speed. We do not have raw depth young black athlete speed. We don't have that. We just have white kids that are kind of quick for our area, and that's about it. So we have to do with what we can. The team that I said was state champs, they got 3 track champions on their team, and they'll show you. When he's running up the sideline for a touchdown, you know exactly who the kid is. So you don't have to have elite speed. And then the kids love this offense. Faking, watching kids fall for the fakes, pulling. Linemen love to pull. They love to double team. The more stuff that you can give them that they love to do, the better they're going to do. The more effort they're going to give you. All right, series-based plays to maximize misdirection and deception. You got to have 3-4 plays that look identical, so that they don't know who's getting the ball. And the pistol wing team shines, and you're about to see it. All right, it gives us the ability to use the standard wing tee principles in the shotgun form, and we can do some spread looks with it as well. But the blocking techniques we didn't change really at all. We down block, we pull, and we call it wrap and block. And we keep it simple. I can't get too crazy with verbiage. I can't get crazy. If a lineman lines up in this technique or that technique, we can't do that at 9 and 10. Even 11 or 12. We can't do that kind of stuff. Their mind spins sometimes when they hear stuff like that. So what is a base series? For us, our base plays, remember, like I said, evens to the right, odds to the left. So 2, 4, 6, and 1, 3, 5. That's it. And so our base plays are the dives, the blasts, or the powers, and then a quarterback keep, a reverse or a counter, and a play action pass. And I kind of just draw them out a little bit so that you can kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. When we do a play action pass, we sending 2 kids out there. We're sending the tight end and we're sending the wing. Now, I think almost all of our passes went to the wing, but almost all of the passes, the tight end was open. But my quarterback was just so used to hitting the out route that, he just stuck to what he knew. So if you want to screenshot this or shoot me an email or anything like that, I'll be glad to send you anything I can to help you. All right, I'm gonna move on. This is the same team that we just showed. There's 9 people on one side of the ball. This is a base play, 5 power or 3 blast. Now, can anybody tell me in the chat if it was clear or not clear? As long as it's clear, I'll just keep moving. But clear. Can you run it again? Clear. Okay. I'm gonna run it one more time. I'll try to run them twice then. Now our blocking schemes is also what helps that too. But they was so heavy on that one side. And actually, here's the coach that was telling me. He said, Isaac, he said, I don't know what they're doing. Everybody's on the left side. Run to the, or excuse me, everybody's on our right side, run to the left. And I was like, okay.